Mitch McClenaghan returned for Middlesex with a fantastic display with the ball as his side defeated Essex by 17 runs in the NatWest T20 Blast match in Chelmsford. Batting first after winning the toss, Middlesex were quickly off and running, with Brendan McCullum threatening with this early maximum off Matthew Quinn. McCullum needed only 8 balls for his 16 runs, his 8th being his last though, as he gave Graham Napier the first of his 3 wickets, Callum Taylor with the catch at deep mid-wicket. In form, Paul Stirling picked up where McCullum had left off, Quinn's second over of the night, costing 16 runs. And the next over, the last of the power play, delivered by Wahab Riaz, was another expensive one. It went for 18 runs to take Middlesex to 67 for 1 after 6 overs. Stirling then struck his third maximum to race to 30 off only 13 balls. But his next was his last. Riaz rewarded for bowling straight, leaving Middlesex on 80 for 2 after 8 overs. David Milan had played nicely for his 34 runs, but fell to the occasional spin of Dan Lawrence in the 11th over, just before 3 figures were on the board. The visitors experimented by bringing James Fuller in at number 5, and it very briefly worked, his first ball clearing the ropes. But he was soon also on his way, Napier with the catch, Middlesex ending the 11th over with a score of 100 for 4. 2 more wickets quickly followed to then set the batting team back. Ryan Higgins was beaten by Taylor's throw to depart with just 3 runs to his name, Quinn also taking credit for the dismissal with an incredible piece of fielding on the boundary's edge. And then John Simpson gave Quinn something else to smile about as he picked out Ravi Bopara at wide mid-on to go for a single. The boundaries then dried up for a couple of overs before Eoin Morgan and James Franklin combined to take 3 off a Ryan Doeschate over, Middlesex heading into the last 3 overs with a total of 141 for 6 on the scoreboard. Napier made the 18th over his own with 2 wickets. Franklin had his stumps disturbed after making 10, before McClenaghan fell in the same way a couple of balls later after hitting his first for 4. Much now relied on Morgan, and he certainly didn't disappoint. He smashed the second ball of the last over a long way, and he then did it again 2 balls later to reach a fine 50 of 39 balls. His boundary count at 3 4s and those 2 6s. He then hit the next 2 balls of the over for 4s to end on 59, a crucial 23 runs coming off the last over of the innings. So Middlesex ended on 173 for 8, and the momentum, thanks to Morgan, was with them. Yet more so when Tom Helm removed danger man Jesse Ryder for 12 in the 4th over of the reply. McClenaghan then bagged his first wicket, McCullum with the catch to get shot of Tom Wesley, Essex struggling to 39 for 2 by the end of the power play overs. And when Bopara was then run out at the end of the next over by bowler Franklin, who showed a good turn of speed, the Eagles were not soaring on 46 for 3. Nathan Souter then joined in by having Lawrence taken behind by Simpson, Essex on 72 for 4 halfway through their reply. That left them another 102 to get from the last 10 overs, Ashar Zaidi giving them some hope with 3 huge 6s, even though Essex were having to bat with one of the floodlights out of action. But when Zaidi was stumped off Stirling for a rapid 27, the game was just about up for the home team. Taylor and Doeschate both clubbed maximums in the next couple of overs before McClenaghan ensured that there was only going to be one winner on this night, and that was the visiting team. He snared a catch off his own bowling to get rid of Taylor for 14, and then he removed James Foster for a golden duck, Stirling completing the dismissal this time to leave Essex on 131 for 7, needing 43 more off 3 overs. McClenaghan ended with the impressive figures of 4 for 33, Napier another to fall for a duck as he picked out Fuller. So 27 were left to find off the last over, and in spite of a 6 from Doeschate in an over which went for 9, Middlesex were in the end handsome winners. The victory by 17 runs means that Middlesex have now won 2 of their first 3 T20 Blast games this summer to sit in 4th place in the South Group, with at least 1 game in hand on the 3 sides above them. The next game sees them return to Lords for a match against one of those teams, Sussex, and that's on Thursday.